What's up, guys? This is Jeremy from the Podcasters of the Universe, and I just wanted to show you the Curse of the Three Terrors figures from Super 7. They're pretty sweet, and I'm going to show you the differences between them and the recently released Super 7 stuff that's based on Filmation. And so here we go. First off, get them in the package like this. It's pretty old school looking. It's even got some art on the back. Check that out. With some figures on there. And the waist twisting action and whatnot. So the cartoon was actually made by Super 7, and it featured Alan Oppenheimer, who did Skeletor's voice on there again. He reprised his role. And so they had 3 new characters, which were the Terror Wolf, Terror Jaguar, and Terror Bat. And the Bat I already have open. This guy right here. It's got like the old school Skeletor legs and arms. Body's pretty generic. But they all have new heads, and they all have new armor, and they all have new weapons. They still have the twisty function, so that's still rocking. And the thing is, with these, they have, you can see in there a little bit, they have the rubber band type in there. It's actually a thinner rubber band than the vintage. So these ones are these are pretty good. They're pretty tight, but there's also a Possessed Skeletor figure, which is this guy right here. This one's actually glow in the dark, but he's kind of like a mummy. And his legs are actually like really kind of loose. It's like, come on, man, this ain't even vintage. So the Skeletor, he's basically got, I mean, you would think it's almost an old school Skeletor head, but even back here, you can't really see, but there's like a sculpt for like wrapping, like dressing. And then it goes around his body. Like I said, he glows in the dark. So he's pretty cool. I like him a lot. Head's really, really loose. Doesn't like, you can't shake it loose, but I mean, compared to old school rubber, he's got like a pretty hard head. So he's all like new sculpt. But I already showed you the Bat. He's pretty cool, that like green color, plus look at that cool face. I'm gonna say cool a lot because they are cool. Comparing with the newer Filmation Skeletor, I mean, these guys have like just the joints. Like, they don't have the rubber bands in there, but they still do have the spring waist. All made by Super 7 though, so I'm not sure why they went with the rubber bands to begin with, and then went to doing the joints or whatever. But if you like the rubber band thing, I guess you could say it's more vintage style. But yeah, I wonder if how those will do over the years. But so I'll open these other ones here. This one's the Terror Wolf. See that dude? The thing I noticed with the paint, it's definitely not shiny, so it's real kind of like flat. But it almost looks custom. Not that it's a bad job, just like that someone customized it and did a good job of it. So they open real easy. They have their weapons in a little plastic prison there. We'll get that in his hand. It's worth noting that the body on this is exactly the same as the other one. Really the only difference is the face and the armor, and of course the paint. But so he's kind of cool. I dig him, the gray body, and the armor is actually nice and malleable, as they say. Like the front piece here is hard enough to where it's not gonna like flop or anything, but like the harness piece here is still pretty rubbery, kind of like the vintage. So it doesn't have that the hardness like the new Filmation style ones do. That was a complaint for most people. Let's get the Terra Jaguar open. That was way easy. So if you're gonna keep these on card, I mean, I wouldn't plan on it. That was way easy. Barely put my thumb under there. Take the little feet covers off there. And he's got kind of like a bone Spikor club. Well, not as cool as Spikor's. Of course, unless you like bones, and I like bones, so. So this is the Jaguar. Jaguar. It's pretty cool. The face on the Jaguar and the wolf really aren't that different. They're pretty similar. Some, you know, the nose and teeth, I mean, they're just a little bit different shape, but overall. Whereas the bat is more, I don't know, it's just more noticeable. Maybe it's because of the big old ears. Put this guy up too. Oh. Yeah, buddy. So they're pretty cool. It seems the bat seems to have a little bit tighter legs. The wolf isn't too bad, but once again, the paint on the belt and like the underwear and stuff just looks kind of flat and, I don't know, a little drab. Could be a little shinier. Seems a little cheap, if you will. They all seem to have spider chest, so that's the same armor on all of them. This one just has the red, and then there's blue and the green. But yeah, his legs are pretty loose too, so I'm just real curious if those are gonna last throughout the years. Guess we'll find out, huh? But regardless, they are made very much, now see his head's squishy, very much in the vintage style, and they fit really awesome with the vintage looks, or the vintage figures. Their look does. So pretty cool. I think right now, I don't know how many they have left, but I know Super 7 right now has them for like 20 bucks a piece. So get you some. Get you some.